A special thank you to each of our subscribers who make this channel possible. Here's today's story. In the wake of rising global tensions and conflicts, the term genocide has become increasingly prevalent in political discourse. Yet, what does it truly mean? Genocide is not merely about mass killing. It is a specific legal term defined by intent and identity. The discussion surrounding genocide is crucial, especially in the context of current events that have sparked debates and accusations on the international stage. To unpack the complexities of genocide, we turn to Jeffrey Robertson, a former United Nations war crimes judge and a prominent human rights barrister. In his recent dialogue on the Morning Edition podcast, Robertson provided a clear and concise definition of genocide, emphasizing that it involves the intention to kill or cause significant harm to individuals based on their race or religion. This definition is critical in distinguishing genocide from other forms of violence or political oppression. Robertson stated, "Genocide, very briefly, is the intention of killing or dismembering someone because of their race or their religion, things they cannot help." This definition highlights the inherent characteristics that define the victims of genocide, setting them apart from those targeted for political or ideological reasons. However, the conversation also revealed a common misconception: not all mass killings constitute genocide. Robertson pointed out that the British Parliament's classification of the Chinese government's actions against the Uyghurs as genocide was misguided. While the treatment of the Uyghurs is indeed a grave human rights violation, it does not meet the strict criteria for genocide as defined under international law. This distinction is vital for understanding the legal ramifications of genocide accusations. According to Robertson, the Khmer Rouge's atrocities in Cambodia, which resulted in the deaths of over 1 million people, were driven by an ideological framework rather than racial or religious identity. Therefore, despite the scale of the violence, it does not qualify as genocide. Robertson's insights challenge us to consider the broader implications of how we label acts of violence. The term genocide carries significant weight in international law and can influence diplomatic relations and humanitarian interventions. Misapplying the term can dilute its meaning and undermine genuine cases of genocide, potentially hindering justice for victims. The conversation also touched upon the complexities of modern conflicts and the various motivations behind mass violence. For instance, Robertson argued that targeting individuals for their political beliefs, such as the killings carried out during Operation Condor in South America, should not be dismissed as less serious than racially or religiously motivated killings. However, these actions do not fit the narrow legal definition of genocide, which complicates the discourse around accountability and justice. As the world grapples with conflicts in regions like Gaza, the terminology we use to describe these situations becomes increasingly important. The call to end the genocide heard at pro-Palestinian rallies raises critical questions about the nature of the violence occurring and the legal frameworks that govern our understanding of such acts. In summary, the definition of genocide is a complex and nuanced issue that requires careful consideration. As Robertson emphasized, it is essential to differentiate between various forms of violence and to understand the legal implications of labeling actions as genocide. In doing so, we can better advocate for justice and accountability for those affected by such atrocities, while also ensuring that the term genocide retains its intended meaning in international discourse. This understanding is not just an academic exercise. It is a crucial step in addressing human rights violations and preventing future atrocities. That's all for this story. We upload videos every day covering many different subjects, so hit that subscribe button to stay informed. Thanks for watching.